Chipper dives, makes the play, recovers, throws. Freeman digs it out. That ball is walloped. That ball is deep.
There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron.
Left side, Swanson to first. The Braves are world champions.
What is up, guys? Dirty Boots Sports, and we are back with another episode of Chops and Chains. I don't know what number episode this is. We'll call it Game 40 or something. What's our record?
40?
What's our record?
25-12 maybe.
No, we got more losses than that. I think last night was 13. So
we are 25-12 on the freaking nose,
really,
son.
Really,
Let's go.
Feels worse.
Second best record in baseball.
But yeah, this is first time we've recorded in quite a while. It feels like a lot of different vacations, sicknesses. Kyle went on like a no cell phone retreat and disappeared off the grid for about a week. He was on his Aaron Rodgers stuff.
It was just 48 hours.
48 hours, okay.
It felt like it though.
How is it like living in complete darkness underneath a cave?
Yeah.
It was nice, man. I felt kind of refreshed when I got back, you know.
You're in draft night though. That's a sin.
Sure. Yeah, and I had to come up and read up on it, and it's not the same when you're reading about the draft.
No.
Because the draft to me is all about the experience and the hype, and I totally missed that.
But yeah, I mean, we're back. The Braves are
really good.
They're pretty good. Pretty good.
Yes.
Best record in the NL, I believe, right? We still on top of that?
Yep. Best start to the a season in Braves history since becoming the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
Since they moved to Atlanta.
It's almost like they've just been waiting on us to podcast to bring this type of energy out.
Yeah, it's World Series or bust for sure now.
Oh, it was already that from the beginning. I mean, after 2021, that's my only expectation now.
Yep.
So we have a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm not really sure exactly what our last talking point was or what the state of the season was that last time, but we know we're just going to bring you up to date on what has been happening. So let's get it started, Chance, and you can lead us off with our biggest one. But hey, let me do an ad read.
Do an ad read before we get into this because it's going to be a lengthy discussion more than likely.
Automotive Detailing Solutions is not the usual car wash. ADS provides intricate detailing to groom your vehicle both inside and out, focusing on quality over quantity. From carpet and seat extractions to paint polishing, ADS strives to be Jackson Parish's premier automotive detailer. Contact Matthew Smith at 318-475-9492. Add us on Facebook or just ask the guys from Dirty Boots Sports about their ADS experiences.
Hey, let me tell you something about that real quick. I had Matt detail my wife's Highlander.
Yeah.
I got home, my wife took pictures, and we sold it in 15 minutes. True story.
That's how you do that.
Yeah. Shout out Matt.
Chance is taking a phone call again. It happens every episode now, it feels like.
Well, when you have a baby, you're always on call.
It's never her.
Well, tell Wynn Parish school board they can wait.
Yeah. He might be getting fired right now. Who knows?
It's got to be hard to get fired in Winfield.
I missed it all. What'd you say?
I said you take a phone call every podcast.
Yeah. That was
He said tell Wynn Parish School Board to wait.
Dude, I can't get fired, man. I'm me. Come on now.
That's right.
Sending this to the school board.
I interviewed a guy today to come there and work, actually.
All right, but let's get into it.
Biggest
go ahead.
news. Max Fried probably won't pitch again to like the All-Star break.
Yeah, I believe they said 2 months at least.
Yeah, at the minimum, as well as Kyle Wright. And Kyle himself even said
Kyle's going to be longer.
Kyle said, "Yeah, I'm going to be out longer than Max is," and that's a scary thing.
Yeah.
The big thing there with that is Kyle's out with the shoulder strain for the second time in basically a month, and that is very alarming.
What do you do with that though?
You have to let it rest and relax. And I saw he's supposed to be getting like stem cell treatment.
Okay.
Basically. And
because I mean, I don't think
we need
there's
Rayleigh on.
Yeah.
no joke, man.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to just like there's no Tommy John of the shoulder.
No.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like a labrum repair or something, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, it seems like that's just something where it's just wait and see and hope that it gets healthy.
Yeah, the big thing with that is it's something similar to what happened with Mike Soroka, honestly. Whenever he first came up that year and he beat the Mets in like his second game ever, and then he basically got sidelined, it was with the shoulder, and they made him sit out the rest of the season. It was like 3 or 4 months.
How is it that we have so many injuries in our pitching staff, pitching rotation, and Snit is so conservative?
Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird how he does things. And like bullpen wise, it's not like he overuses the guys and like runs into the ground, except for whenever we won the World Series, he did that. And
Right. Well, that's
honestly, that might be part of his thinking now is he saw what happened to Luke Jackson, Tyler Matzik. You know what I mean? He used all of their bullets probably for Tyler Matzik's career, honestly. And he's probably afraid to do that again.
Don't doubt Nutsack. He'll be back better than ever.
I hope so, but
well, I mean, Nolan Ryan used to throw gas for 8 innings. For what, 30 years he was
45
in the league.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, until I think he was like 70.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't know what it is.
But on the bright side of the starting pitchers, Bryce Elder is the best pitcher in baseball.
Correct. He has the best ERA in the game.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk that?
No idea.
Nobody.
Uncle Charlie
Morton is looking scary good right now.
He's making the contract every bit worth it.
Yep.
That the contract that we all doubted the second that it was signed and said why. Now, and especially now, given that our number 1 and number 3 coming into the year are both out for at least 2 months. Now that Charlie's here, you have that guy who has experience as a 2 or a 3. And I mean, right now he's pitching like that. So that's very, very valuable.
Yeah, he's pitching really well right now, getting deep into games. He's been into the 6th inning of every game he's started this season.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
He hasn't hit that many people on a back foot
somebody
slider
else,
or whatever.
I was listening to the Locked On Braves podcast the other day, and he was jokingly, he said, yeah, and Charlie has not given up as many home runs as he normally does, or hit as many people as he normally does.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's good to see. It's really good to see. I hope he sustains it. And then back to Max Fried. I don't think we said what his injury was. He strained his pitching forearm.
Yeah.
So whenever you hear that, you immediately think, oh, crap, here comes the Tommy John, because that's generally connected with the elbow. But they're saying he's probably going to avoid it. Thank God for Peter Moylan being on Twitter.
Yeah.
Peter Moylan kind of calmed down Braves fans the other day. He said the fact that they made it retroactive.
Tatum has 1 point on 0 for 9.
Sucks. The fact that they made it retroactive makes him feel like he's gonna be back quicker than just like being out for the year, basically.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't be shocked if he's back before 2 months, or if he's pitching in some capacity in less than 2 months.
I think I just read earlier that it's going to be 3 weeks before he throws the ball again.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, after that, you could see 6 weeks from now he might be doing a rehab start or something.
Yeah, it's just the fact that after the 3 weeks, he's basically going to have to be starting all the way back over.
Yeah, well,
from spring training.
The best thing about his situation is he got pulled when there wasn't really an injury.
No, then that's
and his velocity was
normal.
Like maybe I think even higher at some point.
Like 94.2 or 3
yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah, like it was not down at all. There was no reason for concern. And then the next day or the next couple days, they announced that Fried was going to be missing his next start, and
everybody was like,
"What happened?"
Must be rest.
Yeah, it's like what happened. So that is very promising, I guess you could say, and
we'll see Max pitch again this year.
Yeah,
that's the bright side.
And Kyle Wright, who knows? We'll see.
Kyle Wright, that's a bigger question mark.
Hey, but the best thing about all this, it'll be like getting two starters back at the trade deadline without having to trade for them.
That is correct.
Shout out Chip Carey. I mean, he'd be thrilled with this move right now.
Is that their coach?
No.
Okay. But yeah, it's gonna be It's going to be important that we use this depth that we were talking about so much before the season started.
Yeah.
About how deep our pitching basically was.
And it's important that Elder, Morton, and Strider don't get healthy or suck.
Yeah. Like Elder's taking his step and Charlie being relevant again was really big right now.
Strider being incredible.
Yeah. Strider being Strider except for one game. So.
What the crap?
Yeah, that depth, we're going to need every bit of it. Mm-hmm. We kind of talked about that a good bit on, previous podcasts and in the text about, what are we going to do with all these arms? And we even joked about like, what are we going to do with Morton? But it looks like we're going to need every bit of it.
Yeah. Like they said, I think it was last year we went through 11 starters. So
yeah,
if
I think we're going to have to look at our strength and conditioning program or something.
It's just weird. I don't know. Kyle's is really strange to me because you would immediately think back to last year. He had his first good season, and you would immediately tie it to that he had to pitch a whole lot more last year than he normally does, but he didn't because he'd been throwing complete seasons in the minors. And before spring training, whenever he had the issue with his shoulder, that was the first time he'd ever been hurt playing baseball, he said. So
wow.
That's weird. Max, we know how he is. Max is fragile. That's just who he is, and it is what it is at this point, But
maybe it'll come with a discount for his contract.
That is the only thing that is good in this situation. But I'm not sure about him coming back to Atlanta anyway. That's another discussion for another day. But
yeah, we'll have to rely upon either Dylan Dodd, who didn't look bad his last start, was actually pretty solid.
He's had 2 out of 3 be good, so that's good.
And the one was against the Padres. So
he did crap his pants the other day in AAA.
Yeah. Schuster, who we expected the most out of, I guess, out of anybody that was in the AAA coming into the year, and then it didn't go so well for him to start off the year. And then Soroka, hopefully he can get back up at some point. He seems like the more likely option nowadays, it seems like, the way people are talking. What are you doing?
I thought I heard something. I was tripping. It was Kyle. I'm tripping. My fault. Yeah, I think Soroka, they're still treating him with kid gloves. They're just, I think, no matter what he says, there's a mental aspect to that.
Yeah.
There's a mental aspect to missing so much time, and they're probably honestly just wanting him to just get his feet wet.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like Schuster and Dodd are going to be the 2 guys we see more of right now, even though I would do anything to see Mike Soroka pitch in Truist Park right now. I would. And if and when he comes back up this year, it better be his first start in Truist. And he better get a standing ovation.
I'd seen some people talking about him doing it in Toronto.
Yeah, they are
Canada
because he pitched today. Yeah. So I hope it's in Atlanta. He deserves that. The fans would treat.
Has he ever pitched in Truist?
Yeah, SunTrust.
Has he ever pitched in Truist?
Since it's been named Truist?
Yes.
Was
the COVID year the first year maybe?
Yeah, because I think it was on SunTrust for a year. Or it might have been 2 years, and it hasn't been long.
Okay. Well, it was SunTrust when we went in 2019.
It was?
Yeah. So 2020 was Truist. So he pitched in it for. He's never pitched in Truist with fans.
There you go. He ain't felt that.
Yeah. Let's move on to our next topic though, which is, I guess, the shortstop situation. You want to go there?
Vaughn Grissom is back in the AAA.
Yeah.
Not because
he needs to work on that fielding. Yeah, he needs to work on the fielding.
His bat wasn't good either, really.
It wasn't great. It wasn't bad though.
Yeah.
It was serviceable. However, I think me and Kyle and you all have better gloves at shortstop right now than him. Don't you think, Kyle?
Maybe in my prime. Maybe.
Maybe not right now.
not anymore. So just to give you some perspective on that, his bat was negative 0.1 WAR, so about average on his bat. His defensive WAR was negative 0.6. So
And that was in like what, 25 games or something,
14.
maybe?
Yeah.
14?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he didn't play a lot of games.
Yeah.
I guess
that's
if
not
he's only
good.
played 37 or something, then
Exactly.
yeah, wow.
So if you extrapolate that number over the season, he would have had
What
a
was
pretty
that
bad
word?
defensive war.
Extrapolate.
Extrapolate.
If you do that,
He played 19 games.
19. Okay.
19.
Yeah.
6 errors in 19 games.
So
Not bad.
like
Not bad.
total number of games divided by 19 times 0.6, and then you get his terrible defensive war.
Extrapolation. Yeah.
There you go.
I think I'd seen something that Dansby only had 6 like last year or something like that.
Well, Dansby also had a rough stretch to start his career. And
Yeah.
a lot of people brought that up, and I'm happy they did. Because
Dansby
young.
was his bat. It was his bat, though.
Yeah, it was both at the beginning. He wasn't good at either at the beginning, except for when he got called up towards the end of the season. It's for September call-ups. He looked really freaking good, and so that made everybody think, "Oh, rookie of the year next year."
No.
Fell off a cliff.
He was really good at striking out.
He was very good at
Really
striking out at sliders away. To be completely exact, I'm trying to look up if what's his face Vaughn is leading the MLB in errors. He really might be, but I don't know how to look it up.
I feel good about Arcia though.
Oh, dude, he has been probably the most impressive thing so far this year for the
Arcia?
Braves.
Oh, he's been awesome.
I think he's been the most.
I love
impressive
watching
thing,
him.
and that's
Well, it's because he's hungry.
Yes, and it's nothing against Acuna or Sean. They were expected to do well. Arcia, we just wanted him to not make errors and get a hit every now and then. But he's like batting like 300, and it's not
339.
Yeah.
Does he have a home run?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he hit one in Washington.
He's
I
got
think.
2? Okay. It feels
He's got
like he
2 on
don't
the
have
year.
hardly any.
I think Washington and St. Louis.
Oh, he always hits one in Washington.
Yeah, he owns Washington.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very impressed with Arcia. He's about as good of a 9 or 8 hole as you can ask for in the MLB right now. Like he's been great. He makes plays at shortstop that seem so freaking natural, and then you think back, he's under contract for 3 years for $8 million.
Yeah,
and I have absolutely no problem with him being our shortstop for those 3 years.
No, and I think that's honestly the plan right
I think
now.
it is.
It's the plan for him to be shortstop until somebody says, I want to be it, is what it's basically looking like. And I mean, Vaughn don't look like the guy right now. Could he become the guy? Yeah, and that's why I don't think we see Vaughn in Atlanta again this year. I
feel like Vaughn's more of a second baseman.
I do too, and I wish
So many people want him in left too.
he's going to play somewhere for us one day. I wish this all would have happened like 5 years ago before we moved Ozzie permanently to second base for Dansby to be at short, because that's what Ozzie was going to be, was a shortstop. But people were worried about his range too because he's so freaking small.
He's a great second baseman though.
He is.
Well, we trade for Matt Chapman, make Matt Chapman a second baseman, make Ozzie at short, just have all Oakland. We can do it.
We got the Pinder guy the other day.
Yeah. Or put Riley back in left.
I'm willing to bet a large amount of money that we see Pinder at some point in Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, I'd already
some
seen people
reason.
say that they'd rather have Adrianza just get DFA'd or something, or become a freaking coach, and then let Pinder be the Adrianza because he can play everything.
He has played everything but catcher.
Yeah, and I wouldn't doubt him.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be fine with that.
How about my boy Sam Hilliard out there in the outfield, man?
We ain't had a Sam Hilliard sighting in about a week now, it feels like, since Mike came back fully healthy.
He has played well when he was out there. He's rocking a 813 OPS.
I'll tell you, I like those. Kevin Pillar. That's my guy. Pillar makes good plays.
I wish we can go backwards right now to like that second podcast when I told you to your face Kevin Pillar will be on this team. And you were like, I don't want Kevin Pillar in Atlanta. I don't want him. I don't
think I did that.
You did.
I don't think I did.
Kyle, did he?
I don't remember.
I don't think I did.
He did. You were anti-Kevin Pillar big time. Because I remember telling you.
Well, you were anti-Kevin Pillar as well.
Anti.
We all wanted Eli White.
We all wanted Eli White, yeah. I want to say, me and you had a conversation off the pod about Kevin Pillar, and I was like, Clay, it's gonna happen. Like this is just something Anthropoulos does, is put weird people like this on the roster. And you're like, nah, not him.
Well, I mean, Eli White was like the best player in spring, so
Well, he was, and then he fell off once he came to Atlanta for a week.
yeah. I mean, Pillar does everything that you want from a fourth or fifth outfielder, though. He goes and plays great defense, puts his body on the line every time he tries for a ball. The man's ran into like 3 walls this year, it feels like. He's hit very timely home runs and just big hits.
He puts together good at bats too.
Yeah. And I saw him tweet something about returning up to Toronto this week, and people are hoping that he gets a start or something up there to.
Anthropoulos will do something like that.
Yeah.
We'll give Mike a day off or something just to keep with the healing process of his back.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I like me some Pillar though.
6 o'clock Friday, 2 o'clock Saturday, 12:30 on Sunday. He might get a start Saturday.
Yeah, maybe. Also, I guess we can just keep talking about the outfield.
Yeah,
Rosario.
Rosario has raised his batting average like 70 points, somebody said.
Yeah.
He's really starting to square up the ball, get timely hits like he's used to doing. And I wonder if it's because he's starting to DH a little bit. He's been DHing off and on for a couple weeks now.
Yeah,
with
Pillar
Travis being hurt and everything.
Pillar playing and stuff like that.
I wonder if that's helped him. It's just to let him focus on that a little bit instead of having to worry about the field too.
Yeah,
maybe that's what really sparked him. You know,
well, and all year he's never had the problems that he did last year with either just straight up not getting the bat on the ball or just being weak contact. He was hitting the ball hard since the beginning of the year. It was just going to people.
Yes,
well, he can see.
Yeah, he can see.
It's almost like he was blind last year.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But I mean, when Rosario is playing well, the Braves are more fun. They really are.
Yeah, and they've left him in there at that 5-hole too, man.
Yeah, regardless of lefty or righty.
No, they've been moving Ozzy up there against lefties.
Well, but
he's
been playing still.
Oh yeah, he's still been playing, but we've moved Ozzy to 5.
Yeah.
And Ozzy is undoubtedly batting like 470 against righties this year.
470
against lefties. Yeah.
470.
It's like 447 or 470. It's one or the other. It has a 4 and a 7.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's like leading the league against left-handers. That's what Brandon Gaudin said last night.
Versus lefties, he's batting 440.
There you go. Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
440 with 4 home runs and 12 RBIs.
Hits the ball hard.
And then, I mean, against righties, he's batting 186. My God.
Yeah.
But he's got 5 homers and 15 RBIs.
Yeah, he's had more pop this year with that left-handed swing than normal. And
do y'all ever wonder if he would just commit to just hitting from the right side, if he would just do better?
Cal, that is one of the biggest what-ifs in Braves, probably about the past decade, man. That's something I've always wondered too. I don't know why he hasn't tried that.
He has like 5 at bats as a righty against a righty, and I think he has like 2 homers in those at bats.
And
because whenever he had a wrist problem or something at one point,
there was something wrong
where it would affect him to swing lefty, but he could swing righty still. Some like little nagging injury, and it was about either 2 years ago or something like that, maybe during the championship run.
That sounds about
and
right.
he batted righty, and I'm pretty sure he hit a homer or 2.
And like the weird thing is, he wasn't a switch hitter before we signed him or whatever.
Yeah,
we made him a switch hitter.
Yeah,
so undoubtedly he was just not a good hitter back then, and we had to find some type of advantage, you know. But
and with his speed, it helps to have him as that kind of slap hitter type guy.
I'm sure his size played a big part in this.
Yeah, but I mean, the man's the smallest. He's the smallest power hitter there is.
Yeah, and like whoever thought he would have this kind of pop?
Yeah.
So that's probably the biggest.
And when he hits homers, they're freaking moonshots. Yeah. He don't hit line drives.
Yeah, his launch angle is up there.
Yeah,
he's that thing like straight in the air.
Yeah,
kind of like what Matt Olson did a couple of days ago in the first inning against the Red Sox.
Yeah,
the chop house.
I love Acuña pimping home runs, but Matt Olson's pimp is my favorite, man. He just when he takes his long loopy swing and he finishes, he's just staring.
Yeah.
with his right hand behind. It looks a lot like Ken Griffey Jr.'s swing.
Yeah,
It
does.
is so pretty, man.
Because he's like 6'9".
Yeah, it's so pretty. And he's a lefty. So
Yeah.
there's not an ugly left-handed swing ever.
Ozzy.
Yeah, Ozzy.
Staying out though in the outfield, Money Mike is back.
He's back.
Playing better.
He's starting to elevate the ball.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems and concerns with his ground ball rate. I believe it was like something like 70% at one point in the year.
Yeah.
It was incredibly high. And there's a chart that I believe Steven or something on Twitter. Outliers.
Yeah. Like that.
One of the Braves guys.
He's a big baseball savant guy.
Yeah.
He understands how to work that thing like Microsoft Excel.
Yeah, and he had a graph showing that was it his WAR?
It was either that or his
WRC or something.
I think it was WRC plus.
Yeah. One of those good stats that you need to be high. Whenever that was high, his ground ball rate was really low. When his ground ball rate was really high, his other stat was really low. So it pretty much just shows when Mike's put the ball in the air, good things happen.
And the good thing about that is that with the metrics and the cameras and all that is diagnosable and then fixable by the hitting coach really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. What was the stat?
Like here's one.
Yeah, WRC plus.
At one point, he had a ground ball percentage of 40%. His WRC plus was 250. Average, I want to say, is 150, 100, that area.
Yeah, and this is through his career.
Yeah.
And then he's also got an area where his ground ball percent was 60 and his WRC was under 50.
Yeah.
So it just shows how much a difference it makes whenever he's putting the ball in the air. And yeah, he still has times where it is ground balls, but it seems like those are starting to find the holes a lot more.
He's squaring them up now.
Yeah.
It's not
like I know
regular ground ball.
Last night he had one right after I think Ronnie hit the homer or something.
Yeah.
Where he hit one on that right side, advanced a runner, and it's starting to get through the holes instead of it being just a hard grounder to second base or something, you know. So it's good to see him starting to come back. We haven't really seen his defense be game changing yet. It feels like he hasn't really had those moments.
He hasn't had to have it yet.
Yeah.
Either. And another thing with his hitting, he played 10 games, was it? Then got hurt, missed like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And now he's been playing again for like 5 days. Then he got hurt again, took a day off. Now he's back again. Like once he gets into a rhythm and he's still struggling, then I'll start to be worried.
Oh, I'm not worried at all.
I mean,
he's
when I'll
he's like what, 22 years old, 21 still?
Yeah, he's a baby.
Yeah, he's me.
Yeah,
yeah. Whenever I start having that feeling, then it's weird. But yeah, I love Money Mike. Glad to have him back on the team.
Clarification on the WRC.
Yeah,
that's weighted runs created plus. So I think plus just means like average across the league, and then runs created, of course. So when he is hitting the ball in the air and getting it off the ground, he's creating a direct inverse relationship, with the runs that he creates. So you just sent that chart, and if I don't know how to convey this to the listeners, but if you're a nerd like I am, there's a direct inverse relationship between ground ball percentage and runs created.
Inverse meaning opposite.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And
that's a math word. That's a math word, baby.
Yeah, I know a good number for that is like 120. Like that's solid and like average.
Yeah.
So to see him, what was that? You said like 220 or something at one point. Yeah, for him to be at that at one point last year, there ain't no telling. I mean, he was a rookie of the year for a reason. So in like 100 games,
got a stupid contract for a reason too.
Yeah. I guess let's move on over to right field.
The right fielder for the Atlanta Braves pretty good. I don't know if y'all picked up
right fielder, leadoff hitter. MLB leader in stolen bases.
Best player.
What's his name? What's his name? Chance. What do they call him? Chance.
Alabusador.
Yeah.
Alabusador. The baseball.
Yeah. He's pretty good.
the abuser of baseballs.
He's so fun to watch. It's literally must see TV every time he's on the field.
Dude, he is hitting missiles.
Yeah.
No, he's not hitting a ton of home runs, and
Well, that number's getting up there now.
yeah, but people are still like, oh, his power still ain't back from the ACL. No, he's hitting the ball like 108 off the bat. He's just hitting straight line drives. He's on top of it right now, and that'll change eventually.
He's got 7
That's how
homers.
we were taught to hit the baseball.
Exactly. You're taught to not hit home runs. You're taught if you hit a home run, it should be an accident.
He's got 7 homers, and we're almost at a quarter way through the year. So
28,
Yeah.
30.
He's gonna have a spell where he hits about 4 in a week.
Oh yeah, but he hasn't had a multi-homer game yet.
No,
Like he goes through those where he hits a leadoff bomb, and then it just happens again.
he hit a ball,
And he
2
attacks
nights
early
ago.
in the count too. He doesn't get behind in the count.
Oh my god!
Oh,
He goes-
why are they throwing
he
him
goes after him.
fastballs?
Why are they
in the
pitching
first
to him?
inning, Kyle? Why does he see
Because-
a fastball?
Just like in high school, the pitcher just wants to get ahead in the count.
And that is why he needs to be our leadoff hitter.
Yep, I agree.
Because he ain't scared to death to swing that bat, man.
No.
He ain't
The
seen
dude's
a first, I
incredible.
don't think he's ever taken a first pitch. This year. I want to know
Not
that.
unless it hit him.
As a leadoff hitter, yeah.
Not unless it hit him. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know if he's ever started off 0-1 or 1-0 this year.
He's got 7 homers though, only 22 RBIs, which it's a little bit tougher as the top of the order guy,
ain't been really feeding the top a whole lot.
which they've been hurt. So
That's the big thing.
it's been either just a random Hilliard or Pilar or Chadwick Thrump or something.
How many runs has Ronnie scored?
34.
Yeah, there you go.
That's probably leading MLB, if I had to guess.
I'm looking.
Matt
that
Olson's
up
got
right now.
32.
Olson's been getting on base a lot too. Runs.
Yeah, Ronnie
Number-
34, Olson 32, number 3, Freddie Freeman 30.
Have you seen Freddie's
Wow.
stats?
Yeah,
Not that good.
I mean he's essentially the same thing as Olson right now.
Yeah, but
Olson's
better.
Hey, but that I'm pretty sure I bet that at the beginning of the year was Ronnie to lead MLB in runs
Oh,
scored.
that was a safe bet.
It was like plus 900.
Safe bet.
Stolen bases though, he has 15.
That's kind of
Second in the MLB behind Estroy Ruiz, who was the guy that went to Oakland in the Murphy Contreras trade. He has 17. His WAR is a 2.4. Second in the MLB behind Wander Franco. His OPS is 1.014. Third in the MLB behind Sean Murphy, who's in second, and this Brent Rooker guy for Oakland, who's just like crushing the ball.
Yeah, because when people play Oakland, they take that series off, so that really doesn't count.
His slugging percentage is 7th in the MLB. His OBP is 2nd. He only has 24 strikeouts, which is like not even bad at all. Walks, he's 13th in the MLB.
No, that's something that we saw before he tore his ACL.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had really zoned in on the strike zone. He had
Yeah.
really finally figured it out.
He's
And
matured.
Yes, he has matured so much, man, as a hitter. And he is still ultra aggressive, but he is selective still, in my opinion.
Mhm.
He's one of 2 people with with a higher than 340 batting average. Him and Luis Arraez, who's under 400 now, 398. He's slumping.
He sucks.
I mean, the dude,
And he's
at the top of the leaderboards for everything.
Here's the MVP odds if y'all want to get a quick laugh. Ronal Acuña Jr. plus 140. Pete Alonso's in second place at plus 1,000.
Okay.
Wow.
Wait,
Wow.
where's Murphy?
Murphy ain't on here.
You sure?
Murphy's at plus 3,200.
What the crap?
Riley and Olson at plus 3,000.
Murphy's
It's hard
under
for a
Riley and
catcher to win
Olson?
it.
What is that?
Because
Position.
Darno being back is about to take away some at-bats from him a little bit. Plus, Ronnie being on his team is going to hurt him, obviously.
I mean, I literally saw a graphic the other day that had the top 3 in the NL, and it was him and Murphy.
That was MLB.com's like straw poll. It wasn't odds.
But so take those odds.
Yeah, obviousobviously. Yeah. I mean,
3,200.
Yeah, I mean,
when's the last time
that
a
would be
catcher won
a decent
MVP?
bet.
Buster Posey,
Okay.
Joe Mauer. Lights are flickering.
Also,
I mean-
I think Vegas is betting that he doesn't maintain
Yeah, I think.
because he started so hot.
Yeah, and they have to be looking at Darno coming back now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got a 140 OPS.
DraftKings has him at plus 2,000.
Does he have the highest OPS? No, maybe not. Yeah, he might have the highest OPS.
It's a
higher than
second.
Ronnie's.
Or no, it's
That Rooker guy.
yeah, it's Rooker is the only guy ahead of him from Oakland, so he's got the highest in the NL.
Yeah.
Him and Ronnie both.
9 homers, 32 RBIs, 21 walks.
Oh, another
Nasty.
thing with Ronnie, second most assists in baseball from the outfield.
Dude, if
Yeah.
you don't win a
Can you
Gold
tell me number one? Ronnie's got 4. Number one has 5. It's a bit of a shocker.
what position?
Right field as
Right
well.
field only?
No,
It's
this
not-
is right field as well.
It's not Nick Castellanos.
It is.
So, what are the 5 tools in baseball? You got bat, glove, power, speed,
Arm.
an arm.
Arm.
Hey, Ronnie's got them all.
Yes, he is. Him
He's
and
got
Mike
it.
Trout are the only 2 5-tool baseball players in the MLB right now.
Yeah, he's got it all.
Only 2 true.
And he's got the swagger though. So he's got 6.
Yeah.
Trout don't have that.
Guys,
And he wins ball games. He's got 7.
that is true.
Trout's nothing but 5.
He hit a ball
470.
so far the other night.
Only the 4th longest of his career.
Yeah, but I think it's the fact that I've never seen a ball hit there.
Oh yeah, it's like 6 rows up in the terrace.
No, he didn't hit it in the terrace. He hit it to the right of the terrace.
It was like at that terrace
He hit it
area.
at the top, but he hit it to the right. He hit it off the freaking concourse,
Yeah.
off that brick wall back there at the top of the concourse.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody
Yeah.
hit a ball that far.
He does he hits the ball far.
Dude, it was so far.
Let's move on though. I guess do we want to go and
Let's talk about that Sean Murphy guy. that
talk
you
Murphy
brought
a
up.
little bit? So
Clay can eat crow now.
for having him higher than all of y'all on the preseason top 9.
That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about you 2 podcasts ago being like, "Who's this Sean Murphy guy? He's horrible. He's horrible."
I lit a
we-
fire under him.
We traded William Contreras for him.
I still love me some Billiam. I'll take him all
Everybody
day.
loves William. Real quick, Wilson Contreras is going to play right field.
Yeah, Cardinals are
I hope
done.
the Cardinals lose every game.
They're
Man.
done.
It's beautiful that they're losing, and I'm glad Chip has to deal with this. But what are they doing?
I don't know. You need to go manage him.
It's weird, man. Like the biggest catcher, get last offseason was supposed to be Wilson Contreras, and he was supposed to be traded at the deadline too the year before, and now he's going to become an outfielder. Like I don't understand.
Well, and they're
that
putting him
at
in
all.
right field after they sent down their top prospect Jordan Walker, who batted 270 and got sent down because he couldn't play right field. But now we expect 31-year-old Wilson Contreras
There's
to
no way
play
he'll
right field.
There's
Like,
no way.
If you're gonna suck, just suck with your prospect and let him have a learning curve. Like
And then
Yeah.
they're going to DH
the dude's
him
batting
some-
270 and
Yeah.
had like a 15-game hit streak
and
to begin his career.
They're going to DH him as well. And the guy that they've called up to be the catcher, some Andrew Knizer, is batting 220. Like, are Contreras' knees hurting or something? Do we not know about some type of injury he has right now?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Speaking of Murphy, though, let's stay on him. I mean, the dude's been incredible.
He's been sensational. He really has, man.
He's hitting the ball better than I think anyone expected this early.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I know there's a lot of talk that he just needed to be away from Oakland Coliseum,
Yeah.
which is pretty much a hitter's nightmare with the outfields and the
It's-
foul ground there.
Especially a right-handed hitter's
Yeah.
nightmare.
And he had much better stats coming into the year at pretty much any other park besides that. So it's almost like the anti Sean Manaea stats. Remember,
Yes.
he got traded to the Yankees last year,
Yeah.
right?
And everybody was like, "Oh, he's going to do much
yeah,
worse."
even though he had like a 2.3 at home and like a 5.5 on the road.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Oakland is a place where you don't score runs and your pitchers are better, your hitters are worse.
Yeah, I saw a tweet the other day too, and they were talking about like all the guys that have left Oakland, like Olsen, Murphy, Chapman, and they had that guy on there too. And like the three hitters are like, yeah, MVP potential guy, all star, and then you have sucked for the Yankees or something like that.
Yeah.
It was the Yankees guy that tweeted it. He was like, "This is the one we got." Was the guy that sucked.
Yeah. Speaking of Murphy, though, as I just went through all the stats with Acuña. You could just pretty much say everything that I said about Acuña, and Murphy's either right there with him in those stats or slightly above or slightly below. I mean, the dude is WAR. I believe he's second.
He's already got like a 1.6 WAR or something like that.
I know he's a little bit lower on the WAR. I guess I don't know. That's weird. I thought he was
Murphy does not steal bases though.
That is true.
Yeah.
None.
Kyle, question about WAR. I know you understand it way better than I do. Does that go up and down?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it goes up and down throughout the season.
Okay, I didn't know if like once he achieved 2 WAR, if he could go down to like 1.9 WAR.
He can, but
that's why people have negative.
Yeah, you can get negative WAR. Yeah,
because Marcel was like a minus 0.6 or something at one point.
Yeah, he's got a 1.9 WAR right now.
Think like wins above replacement, being like if they brought up like Shoemaker or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like how much better is he than the guy they bring up?
Yeah, I've just never understood like the calculations of it. I don't think anybody does, honestly.
Yeah, it's a really advanced formula, but it's really
a
I don't like
formula, though.
I don't like how different positions how they calculate. Like you can like first base WAR is not going to be as good as like shortstop's WAR, center field's WAR. I don't necessarily care for that because when they look at like Hall of Fame voting and stuff, like you know they're looking at WAR, not WAR compared to you know your position. So I don't know. It's not, there's no perfect statistic, but it's a pretty good one.
It's the closest one, yeah. Because I remember Freddie, his WAR was not that good a couple years ago, or something. Even though he had like a really good year, and it was because of like defense. You don't get near as much credit because you don't get the assist and stuff like that.
I'm looking back at my bets before the year. Acuña's home run line was 29.5.
That's right.
And he's on pace for that.
There you go.
It's insane.
How many steals was it, like 34?
I don't know. I didn't bet that. I did bet him to lead the league in runs though. And then Olsen was 35.5. So
homers. He's
on pace for that.
40 something.
He's got 11.
Yeah. So
Sean Murphy though.
Second MLB in OPS. Second in slugging. He is 7th in OBP.
When do we see him get
20 plus times? I wish it would happen.
I do too. And I think it's going to happen. But I will say Riley's starting to show some life.
Yeah.
So that is promising. And
he's just so streaky.
Yes.
And he seems like he's in his own head sometimes.
Yeah, his career numbers are so much better when he's a cleanup hitter.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but see, the thing is, you would think that pitchers would pitch Olsen differently, knowing they have Austin behind him, and he's not been that good. But Olsen's still getting a ton of stuff to hit, which is kind of shocking to me. And
well, what that tells you is that they think overall, like Riley might be more dangerous.
Yeah. And
so, like, they'll throw to him, but not, not as much to Riley.
Testament to him, with
also
not having great numbers right now.
I also wouldn't mind seeing it go Acuña, Murphy, Olsen, Riley.
That's never going to happen.
Why?
Snit's not going to stack righty. He's not going to do it.
For 1-2, and then have a lefty at 3?
He's never going to do it.
What's the difference in righty, lefty, righty, and righty, lefty, righty?
I'm just telling you, he's not going to do it. That is who Brian Snitker is. He does that jump, man.
I don't understand that thought process.
He loves having righty, lefty. because late in game situation, let's say they're going to the 8th, and we have 1, 2, 3 up. They're going to throw a righty out there. That gives Olsen a better shot to absolutely nuke one.
Well, but with Acuña and Murphy, who gives a crap what they throw out there? It's Acuña and Murphy.
I'm just telling you, that's how it
and
goes.
You bat money Mike at 9 and have a lefty there.
That's just how he is. Because I don't buy into the lefty righty matchups. I just don't. I think good pitching is going to beat good hitting any day of the week, whether it's righty, lefty, righty, whatever. And he's not like that. He's old school with that stuff. And that's just what he does. He's always done that. Always.
I mean,
I'm waiting on
Freddie batted the 3-hole for 5 years.
I know. He's changed. It's weird.
So it's not like he's always been like that.
Freddie started batting the 2nd hole and the 2-hole after Donaldson left.
Yeah, and then so what was the difference? Like what changed?
We weren't winning championships. He moved into the 2-hole and we won. We won. Did he bat in COVID? Yeah, he batted 2nd in COVID.
Freddie 3-hole for the championship.
3-hole was Riley.
So it went Soler, Freddie, Riley.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who was the 4-hole then?
4-hole was
Ozzy or Eddie
Ozzy. I think it was Ozzy.
Ozzy.
I'm gonna look that up.
Oh no!
I'm ready
I
to
wish
see Riley at it in his prime, because I really think if he can like level out and get a little smarter at the plate, that like he could be not Chipper or not quite Freddie with the bat,
Yeah.
But he's going to be good. I mean, I think he could be all-star perennially.
Well, he just turned 26 like 2 weeks ago, so he's still young.
Yeah.
He ain't touched prime yet, so.
Yeah, we hope we get to see him turning around eventually. I don't know. It's a good problem to have that one guy pretty much be the only bad part of the lineup right now, I guess you could say.
Knowing what he is capable of doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even bad, just underperforming for him.
And it's been.
Yeah, that's the thing. His OPS is still above league average.
It's been so long since since he signed that contract.
Yeah.
He's been, which is almost like a 162 game sample now. He's been pretty bad. It's like batting 230 or something. Like it's not been great at all. So hopefully he gets out of that situation. Maybe get a Phantom IL stint. Maybe Chipper comes out and helps him out, switches up something. Who knows?
Speaking of Chipper, I kind of wonder if he doesn't have like some of that weight on his shoulders from trying to be the next guy, because you had
next homegrown brave short third baseman.
And it's important that you said homegrown because we already have a superstar, but like that.
But he's not that country
good
boy
old
from
boy, home guy type feel. Yeah, I felt like he was trying to fill the shoes of Chipper and Freddie.
He feels like he has to be the face.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be the heartbeat or the soul. He's got to be the face. And he's not wrong.
I'm okay with that.
He is not wrong. He has to be, in my opinion. I think that is our face.
Well, now that we have Matt Olson, who is even more. I mean, he's Atlanta, but he wasn't a Brave to debut his career.
Exactly. And let me say something, man. Matt Olson's a good-looking guy.
He is.
I'm just saying.
Harley thinks he's butt ugly.
He's got some beautiful eyes.
Probably because he's outshining Riley right now, but that's just a jealousy thing.
She still loses just all train of thought whenever he walks on the street.
Whenever we did the tour and we met Olson, his eyes jumped out at me. It says, as stupid as it sounds, like his eyes are pretty.
Hey, really nice guy too, Kyle.
He is.
I told him welcome to Atlanta. He genuinely sounded like he thanked.
You know who else was a nice guy? Marcelo Zuna.
Shockingly. But hey, real quick, I looked up
until he gets the tequila in him.
Hey,
exactly. Has a cast.
Allegedly.
So game 1 of the World Series, we lined up Soler, Freddie, Ozzy, Austin, Eddie. Ironically enough.
What was it? Austin at the 3-hole?
Austin was at 4. Ozzy batted 3.
Really?
But see, then later on in game 6.
Well, there was one game where Soler straight up didn't start, right? Game 4?
Something like that.
The game where we had back-to-back homers. He pinch hit behind Swanson.
Yeah, that's
9-hole.
That's correct, because he was like hurt. He's still banged up.
It was
a little
game
bit.
4.
Oh no, he had COVID.
Oh yeah.
He had COVID the first couple games.
Well, no, but he batted leadoff game 1.
No, that was Milwaukee. I think he had COVID.
Was it just a lefty righty situation? Maybe.
Yeah, because this was game 6. We went Eddie, Jorge, Freddie, Riley, Duvall.
So Freddie batted 3 in game 6,
but we went left, right, left. I'm telling you, that's how he is. Every one of these times we went left, right, left.
Then I don't know. Put Murphy at 2, put Olsen at 3.
Yeah, I wish.
Or at least put Murphy at 3 and put Riley at 4.
Or let's put Marcella Braid at the 4 hole.
Hey, speaking of Marcel, I got some stats. Where's it at? In the month of May,
he is on fire.
Yeah, April showers bring May flowers, and Marcel is blooming. He's batting .296, 406 OBP, 741 slugging, 1.147 OPS. His OPS has jumped from 444 to 635. Quite the jump. Still below league average.
200 points.
200-point jump.
It's still like 120 below league average.
Yeah. His batting average has jumped up 40 points. His OBP has jumped up 40 points. His slugging's jumped up 150 points.
Jesus. And he's still batting 160.
Batting 151. But I mean, he's got 8 RBIs this month. He's got 5 walks. Only 4 strikeouts.
There's the difference.
Only 4 strikeouts.
How's his barrel rate?
That's 27 at bats, 4 home runs. I mean, the man's doing better.
He is. And it's why he started doing better.
Went to Miami.
He went to Miami, and guess who he absolutely dominates?
Sandy Alcantara.
Alcantara.
Best pitcher in baseball.
And they freaking Brandon Gaudin and Jeff Rancourt called it on the broadcast tonight. They said Marcel is in this lineup because he has good numbers against Sandy.
Yeah.
And then he hits a home run his first at bat.
Well, there you go.
And hit another one later too. So that's all he needed, man. He needed to go back down to South Beach and just see
party it up a little bit.
Ironically, Sandy was in the deal that when Marcel got traded to
St. Louis,
he was the piece.
And Zach Gallen was with him.
Yeah.
Who is arguably the best pitcher in baseball.
Zach Gallen's special, man.
Yeah, he's so good.
He is special.
Anything else with the Braves? I want to talk a little bit about the NL East before we move on, but I think we've hit all our main topics. I mean, we covered the entire lineup pretty much. Bullpen, Raziel is back.
Raziel's back. Had a bad game a couple of days ago, but
yeah,
it's fine.
Blown game against the Red Sox, but we weren't winning that.
We didn't deserve to win that game.
Nah,
so it's fine.
Because we had our fully healthy lineup, so we were going to lose, as I predicted.
Hey, welcome back, Travis d'Arnaud.
Travie is back. Had about a month out with a concussion.
Uncle Trav.
Yeah.
I love me some Travis, man.
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's the best.
He's gonna be in our system for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a bench coach one day after Walt gets a job somewhere. Walt Weiss, he's gonna take his job.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Or if Ron finally gets a managerial job that he freaking deserves.
Travie at third base.
Put Walt at third base, maybe.
No, I don't want Ron going nowhere.
I don't either, man, but it's gonna happen.
I don't think it is.
He's
had too many options to go already.
He hasn't landed. He's interviewed everyone.
I know, but what's going to change?
It's just going to have to be a bad club that just needs an adult.
The A's tried and they didn't want him.
Hey, well, I'm glad he didn't go there. He didn't.
Yeah, I mean, he had every bit of reason to go there. He had the history.
The A's don't deserve him.
By the way, the A's have 8 wins this year.
Yeah.
8.
How much for Rooker? What's the price on him?
You think he'll get traded at the deadline?
No, he's probably just going to live it out. Did you see they're going to tear down like the Tropicana in Vegas and build their stadium there?
They're tearing down a casino?
Yeah. They've agreed with like a $1.9 billion thing with Bally's or something to tear down the
Bally's, who is bankrupt.
Yeah.
That makes
to tear down the Tropicana, I think it is.
Good Lord.
And build a freaking ballpark. But yeah, let's talk about the
Orlando might get a team.
That ain't happening.
That would be a good place.
No, it
for Tampa Bay
wouldn't.
to go,
No one
though.
goes to Orlando.
It's Disney.
So no one cares. The Magic are there, and they suck, and no one cares about it.
I think that'd be better than Tampa Bay.
Nashville.
Nah,
Send Tampa to Nashville.
maybe
That's what needs to happen.
Montreal's gonna get a team soon.
Let's talk about the NL East though. How about the
Mets
Mets,
suck,
baby? How about the
baby.
Mets?
Just got smoked 5-0 by the Reds.
It's almost like their entire season depended on two 40-year-old Hall of Fame guys that have like 2,000 innings on their arms, and they're
Hall of
not.
Famers? Yes.
Yeah, Hall of Famers.
Old, very.
Yeah, a lot of stress. Both came off of years where they pitched a lot, and both had injury history fairly recent. Yeah, and has Scherzer, what's he pitched? Maybe 3 or 4 games. Verlander, I think, has just pitched his second and was really good.
Oh, he pitched. When did he pitch? Yesterday.
Yeah, the one that they won. He went 7 strong, I believe.
He beat his 30th team.
Yeah, the Reds. He had never beat them.
Yeah, he probably never faced them a lot either, though. But yeah, Scherzer, he is still serving his suspension, I think, right now from using the sticky stuff.
I thought he had an injury again.
I think he has something there.
He was supposed to pitch. He was almost going to pitch against us, and that's
He's
been like
pitching through the injury, I want to say.
okay, because that's been like 2 weeks.
He's pitching through the injury. That's what it is. I remember reading that because I thought that's just hilarious. Because which we're getting the karma back at us right now with the situation we're in, and I saw Kadoe sing
one day ago. Scherzer attempted to play catch, but it cut short because his neck was spasming.
Heck yeah, baby!
He hasn't pitched since. He pitched May 3rd against the Tigers. Went 3.1 innings, gave up 6 runs.
Wow.
Oh, you ever had a spasm?
Oh, dude, I'm the cramp king, man.
I say this as nicely as I can. I don't know how that affects somebody playing something. Like I've had muscle spasms before, like in my back or like in my calf or my thigh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that would like necessarily affect me from playing a sport.
If you can't get rid of it.
Is that what it is? You have to. It has to be prolonged.
Yeah, if you can't get rid of it. If it's like one of the things where you just lay on the field and they stretch your hammy out, and then you go to the sidelines and get a bunch of salt or Gatorade or pickle juice or whatever, or hydrate you're fine.
So
but,
is a spasm like a baby cramp?
It can be. It can be like
A neck spasm sounds bad.
It's just like a little twitch.
It's a neuro problem. So it's
So he needs to be shut down.
It depends on what the cause is. It depends on what the cause. If sometimes in the neck, man, some of that stuff can be like bulging disc and stuff like that. That would be horrible. Probably not that. I don't know though. But yeah, it's just a muscle spasm. So it's like a kind of locks up there.
Thing.
Locks up there and it won't. Dude, and this is anecdotal, but like I used to have terrible muscle spasms like all the time, and actually like the only medication I take is a medicine to increase blood flow peripherally, and muscle spasms are gone. But I mean, these guys are pro athletes; they shouldn't have any circulatory issues. I mean, they should be, primed up, ready to go. But I don't know.
Hard to do that when you're 40.
Yeah, he is old. So I don't know. That's a good question, though.
He has a 5.56 ERA in 5 appearances. The Mets have 6 quality starts in 37 games.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
While the Braves
Tell everybody what a
have
quality start is.
5 innings.
5 innings. Starting pitcher pitches 5 innings.
The Braves have 13 in 37 games.
I was about to say, we probably don't have many more.
Yeah, none of them. 1 from Max Fried.
Yeah.
None from Kyle Wright.
How
4
much
from
does
Bryce
their
Elder.
rotation cost, though? How much does ours cost?
I saw rumors Buck Showalter might get fired at the break.
I mean, they're 18 and 20.
Like if they're under 500 at the All-Star break, like what they got to lose?
Yeah, they went into a set. It was Giants, Nationals,
Tigers, right?
No, not Giants. Nationals, Braves, Tigers, Rockies, Reds, Nationals. Pretty easy set besides the Braves, obviously, in there. So far, they They lost 2 out of 3 against the Nats. Split against the Braves. No. Lost 2 out of 3 against the Braves. Rain had problems with that.
So 2-4.
Swept against the Tigers in 3.
2-7.
Lost 2 out of 3 against the Rockies.
1-9. 3-9.
Lost 2 out of 3 against the Reds.
And then 4-11.
4-11. And now they're heading into 4 games in Washington for the battle of last place in the NL East.
Good for them.
If the Mets lose, if the Mets lose 3 games in Washington, they'll be in last place in the NL East. Who could have seen it coming?
I'm not going to lie to you. I can believe it.
Yeah.
I honestly can believe it.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, Pete Alonso. Yeah, he's batting like 250. Okay. He's got like 12 home runs.
So is Matt Olson.
But Matt Olson isn't our best player.
Yeah.
He's our 3rd best player.
Alonso isn't their best player. Right now he is.
Who's their best player?
Lindor. Lindor is a better player.
217.
Lindor is a better player.
Yeah, but
Austin Riley's better than Matt Olson, but Riley sucks this year. So, I mean, that's when Lindor's their best player. Alonso's having the better year.
Oh, Andrew Wiggins is questionable.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, it ain't.
Uh-oh.
Something about a rib cage.
It's over, Kyle.
No, he'll be all right.
It's some word that I've never heard of.
It's rib cartilage fracture.
Left costal cartilage fracture.
Yeah, costochondritis or inflammation of the tissue between your rib cage hurts like a mofo.
Yeah.
So he might not be okay.
They said Kevon Looney had the same injury in the 2019 finals and played through it, but he was in obvious pain. So, and
Dude,
it was the play
hurts.
that I said should have been a flagrant last night when Wiggins shot a foul line jumper and LeBron came up and undercut him and pushed him and he landed on the ground.
People who have that are at high risk for pneumonia because they won't take a deep breath because it hurts too bad.
That sounds great.
Hurts to breathe.
That's
So,
not
yeah.
good. That's not good for the home team.
We're good. Dubs in 7. The Marlins are in second place.
Playing good ball.
All 3 teams, I mean, this might be different by the time this pod is out. Marlins are 6.5 back of the Braves. Phillies are 7 back. Mets are 7.5. Nationals are 9. So,
But hey, we know one thing for certain. The Braves are going to be in first place for another week at least.
yeah. It's true.
We've bought ourselves another week.
I mean, I think that's pretty much all I've got to say. Anything else?
Go Braves, man. It's been fun to watch them. It's been really fun.
Yeah, can't wait for the inevitable losing streak where it causes me to lose my mind.
Oh, we're due one. But
yeah,
it's okay.
Got
to remember that. We're going to Toronto. Dude, I love watching them play.
Speaking of a losing streak, it's probably about to happen. We got 3 in Toronto, 3 in Texas.
Hey, Jacob
the
DeGrom
Rangers
will be sidelined for like a month.
3 against the Marlins. I mean, not the Marlins, the Mariners. 3 against the Dodgers. 4 against the Phillies.
Yeah, but the Rangers are putting up a ton of runs this year.
Yeah, I got a buddy I work with that he watches all the Rangers games. He's like, yeah, we'll put up about 12, but our bullpen will get about 7.
Yeah. That's gonna be a heck of a homestand right there.
He's like, we got the worst bullpen in baseball right now, but we're still winning.
May 19th through May 28th, we get Mariners, Dodgers, Phillies with no off days.
I want the Dodgers right now.
That's gonna be awesome. And then we get to go to Oakland.
How many games in are we? 37?
37. So
we're almost
a quarter of the way there. Yep.
Oh, I love baseball so much.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Chop on.
Yeah.
Forever.
Go
Braves.